Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So now it's Tuesday the 12th of June and I'll make another day in a life video. So this is my breakfast for today. I have a half a squeeze out lemon with some water to start my day with. That's just to flush some toxin from my body. Then I've got fruit tea here. In here I measured 175 ml of a full fat milk. That's one of my healthy extra A choice, and I use a bit in my coffee. So first of all I have a tea and then I have a coffee afterwards, and I have it in my Slimming World mug where it says life tastes better with Slimming World. And I'm using this beanie coffee. It's the vanilla flavor and that one is free on a plan. And for my breakfast I have got a toast, which is the 800 gram, that's wholemeal toast, and that's my healthy extra B choice. 2 poached eggs on the top, they are protein rich food, and a tomato, and that's a speed food. It's nearly 9 o'clock now and we're off to a children's centre, so that's where we go and play now. So we go there for about an hour session. So then Nella can play with all different toys. Then she gets at home, so it keeps her occupied for an hour. And then I packed myself an apple and a bottle of water to have it afterwards. It's 11:30 now and I'm making myself a lunch. And while I make the lunch here, so I'll show you what I've got for lunch actually. I'm cooking rice in here, so it's a savoury rice. And I added a little bit of chickpeas from a freezer, so that was chickpeas are protein rich food, and once that boiled for quite a while, so once it's nearly done, I'm just going to add some frozen broccoli to it, so that will be my speed food. And the pack is this one, the Golden Wonder. It's a rice chicken flavour pack and it's 1.5 cent per pack, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the whole pack yet or if I'm just gonna have a half. I decide once it gets to lunchtime. And I'm gonna have a cup of coffee now, so I put a coffee in here, so half a cup of coffee. I'm gonna use the milk from my healthy extra A allowance, and it's just a normal coffee from Lidl, so that's free on a plan. And I'm gonna sweeten it with this syrup that I found in a TK Maxx, so it's a hazelnut flavour, it's a sugar-free syrup, so I'm just going to use a 1 teaspoon for that. So it's now approaching 1 o'clock and I'm going to have my lunch, so I decided I'm going to have the whole pack of this chicken flavour rice, so that's going to be 1.5 cents. With the broccoli, that is a speed food, so 1/3 of my plate is a speed food. And I'm having it because we're going to go out later on in the afternoon, so I don't want to end up being hungry. So if I just had a half of a pack I might get hungry later on, so that will keep me full for longer. And my little one, she is fast asleep still in a pram outside. So earlier on we went to the playgroup, then we went to library actually and picked some books up for her to read, so they later, well, let me just go and get them actually. So these are the 2 books that I got from library early on. So that one is That's Not My Squirrel, and there's another one, That's Not My Badger, so we're going to read them before she goes to bed, because now we've got like a plastic squeaky one, so I thought as she is into touching things now, she might enjoy this one. So that one's got like things you can just touch on. If you turn the page, it's got a little things that you can just feel on it, so that will be quite nice to read it to her, so she can touch and feel all different sensory things in the book. So yeah, so that's got a furry tail and all that, so I think she'll enjoy them. And as I said earlier on, she is still fast asleep because we went to the playgroup, then we went to a library, and she's still in the garden fast asleep because after we left the library I sat in a park and she ate the whole banana, so she was pretty full afterwards. She had a bit of drink of water, and then by the time we got home she was fast asleep in a pram. So now she's been sleeping for about 2 hours. So I'm just gonna eat my lunch before she wakes up, because after she wakes up she'll be grizzly grumpy because she'll be hungry again. So, and I've got sandwich with a cheese and a bit of a cucumber ready for her as soon as she wakes up. Now we're just gonna get ready, dressed, and we're gonna go down to Poole Quay for a biker's night. So this is what my little one's gonna wear. So it's a vest, and I've sewn or embroidered a helmet on it. And I also, well, before I had my little one, I was riding a bike with my husband. Well, I was the pillion. So, and I've got a red helmet, so I thought I'm gonna embroider her a red helmet. So she's got a red helmet on her little vest, so she's got her dress ready. And I'm gonna wear t-shirt here, and that's a racing team, and that's a t-shirt actually that's my husband's sister, her little, well, her sons, they are part of a racing team, so this is their racing team. So that's Emil and Tony, so that's two of the boys' name, and that's her husband's name, and that's a Sven, and this is their little logo of their racing team. This is a bike of the night. Okay, I've just found something what we need for our little family. It's a little caravan behind the motorbike. So let me just show you inside.
But actually, the same question was asked at this year's, it was the Isle of Man TT, it was a TV programme. Actually, I think it might have been last year's Isle of Man TT. The guy turned up with what looked like mum and kid sat in the sidecar. Yes. He got stopped. Yeah.
And this is what it looks on the other side. And now we're going to the second half of the harbour. So carrying on, and there's more bikes along the pavement and loads of things to look at. My husband just pointed to this sign that we should get on our bike, where it says look once, look twice, think bike. And now we're coming to the end. And there are some trikes here. It's 7:15 now, and we're just going to go slowly towards to a car, and I'm going to have a little snack. I'm having an apple, that is a speed food, and 14 cashew nuts, and they are my healthy extra beet choice. And I might as well show you the last bit of the harbour. It's 8:15 now, and I'm going to have my dinner. So we came back a few minutes ago, and now my husband is feeding my little daughter with a meal that I cooked yesterday. So she is having a chicken, courgette, salsa and spaghetti, all mashed up together. Well, actually I cooked it all in one pot and then blended it all together. So she's munching on that. She was starving hungry. even I took a little snack for her. And I'm having Hunter's chicken that I cooked yesterday. So in there it's a chicken, that's protein rich food. Then on the top I've got barbecue sauce, that's 1 tablespoon. That's 1 cent. And then I've got a bit of a cheese. I use half of my healthy extra 8 allowance of cheese. And then now I scattered the other half of cheese. So altogether is 30 grams of Gouda. And that's my healthy extra 8 allowance. So that's my second healthy extra 8 for today. And then I've got potato, that's a free food. And on the top, on the side here, I've got 1/3 of my plate as a speed food. So in here I've got lettuce and sliced pepper. It's 9:45 now and I'm going to have an ice cream. So I'm going to have this one from Lidl. They come in a pack of 3 and it's a mixed berry one, and that one is 5.5 cents, and that will be my last meal of today. And then this is my food diary for today. I've written it all down. So I'm ending the day on 2 healthy extra A choices, 2 healthy extra B choices, and 8 cents altogether. So I'll write it down here on the top of my summary. And that's my breakfast, lunch, dinner, my snacks, and then my exercise. So I did her walking. I didn't write it down for how long. So we went to the morning baby group, and then around the Poole Harbour, around the Poole Quay and Poole Harbour. So that was altogether, it was about 2 hours of walk again. So yeah, that was that. And then also I did 200 squats because I'm doing a block Pilates challenge. So every single day I'm doing 100 squats, and because I have to make it up for yesterday, because yesterday I had my tooth pulled out. So because I didn't do any squats in the morning, and I had my tooth pulled out in the afternoon, and then in the dentist gave me, he gave me a bit of a piece of paper saying that I shouldn't do any exercise, or I shouldn't just do anything because it's gonna get my blood pumping. So so I decided not to do it tomorrow. So that's why I ended up doing 200 squats. And now I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do now. And I'm just gonna tackle the mountain of washing up here. So that's a washing up for the whole day. So bits and bobs that needs tidying in. And once that is done, I can go to bed. So if you got this far, thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button below if you want to see any of my future day in a life or recipe video, or how am I doing on my target member journey. And thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone!